Hello Collective, Elsie here to do a reading for you. Just thought I'd come in and drop an all signs reading on you today. How are you? Happy almost midweek to you. I'm grateful that you've clicked here. Thank you so much for doing that. All your kind shares and your thumbs up and being in the comments, it all helps. Thank you so much for doing that. So I've just come here to drop an all signs reading. And what does that mean? Well, I'm not doing a reading for everyone's sign, and so I'm not time stamping it. This reading is for your intuition. You need to know what's going on, so you'll need to come armed with your very minimum sun, moon, and rising sign. And that information is free all over the internet. All over the interwebs, my friends. So I will call out the signs and symbols as you need to hear them to know what's going on in this story. And sometimes that's many energies and sometimes it's one. You'll have to decide if it's yours. Take what's yours and leave the rest. Tell me about the collective, please. What energies are in the collective? What are we talking about? Love, home, hearth, money, jobs, career? What's going on with the collective, please? What do we need to know? It's the most important thing that the collective needs to know, please. That there's an unfinished symphony. Interesting. Feels like the music just stopped in the middle. It seems like we took a break or something stopped and came to the end, and now maybe, it's that time. It's the unfinished, it's the silence, I feel is the music that has stopped, and you're waiting for a song to begin. It's card number 10, and breaking it down further, 201 tells me that there is something that is about to begin brand new. And I think it begins with someone speaking up because they've had some sort of a download and possibly have a greater understanding of what has been going on within this situation, whatever it is. The blue is the throat chakra, the purple and the pink. The pink's the downloads that you would get from the universe. And, the lavender that we're seeing here is like a less intense violet to me. Feels like slowly you're starting to understand something about the unfinished symphony. So something that I feel was... that we're sort of in a pause. That's what I feel like. The unfinished symphony, I don't feel like it's unfinished forever. I feel like this is a pause. We're waiting for more information before we can birth whatever is here in terms of voice. I want to say something. It's music, right? It's vibration. We've got a deep knowing. Interesting. It feels like somebody took pause, and then through a deep knowing, it's time to begin again. This is card number 43, which is a 7, the deep knowing. 7s for me are about heaven. They're about divine things, divine guidance. There's an owl here, which indicates transformation and deep change. Possibly something came to an end. There we go, the unfinished symphony. It's like we never got to finish it. It's like the universe is like, you guys came together at the beginning, and it just wasn't time. It feels like we left the symphony unfinished because it just wasn't the right timing. Yeah, music, timing. It wasn't the right timing. I feel like it's time to pick up this unfinished, beautiful musical piece, and it's time to finish it. We have solitude. We want to, we might as well. I don't usually read these oracles in the reverse, but you know what? I feel like we probably should when they come out the way they do for a reason. There we go. We've got voyage. We've got solitude in the reverse. Somebody is about to take a voyage. A musical voyage, perhaps. We've got happiness. Bottom of the deck. Well, bottom of the deck is here, but this fell out. Embracing adventures. Okay. I like it. So I feel like somebody here is coming out of the solitude because the solitude's in reverse. It feels as though somebody has an understanding with the universe now. Feels like somebody has been in solitude thinking about resuming the unfinished symphony to take this voyage. I feel like you had to be ready for it, whoever you are. You had to be ready for it. This is all earth colors. Yeah, this to me feels like swords. This to me feels like earth. coming out of solitude to finish something you started. That's what it feels like. You're embracing happiness and you're ready to go on the voyage. I like it. I like it. It's very, very clear. All right. Let's find out what the tarot has to say. Someone's coming out of hiding to finish the symphony. I feel like the voyage tells me that coming out of solitude means it's like you carry the future. Very carefully you carry the future under the full moon here. It's been a voyage through the solitude to find happiness. So I think I'm speaking to someone who has been spending a lot of time alone, trying to figure out why the symphony is still unfinished. Wow. Happiness brings up the 10 of Cups, and voyage brings up the 10 of Pentacles. I think that's so cool. Somebody's ready to go on an adventure. Someone's coming out of the solitude. Someone's ready to go on an adventure. I think you've already decided to do it, whoever you are. You've already made the decision. It's just, I feel it's a bit of hesitation. We're at the Two of Wands. It is the crossroad. I want the adventure. I'm ready to go. I've decided I'm going. And then it just feels scary. Like it feels like this adventure is so abundant that it's scary. It feels like a little bit of apprehension. Someone's ready to go on the adventure. They're ready to go down the other path with someone possibly that something feels unfinished with. We've got Gemini energy here. I feel like the happiness tells me that that's partnership, because we have two dolphins and they are very social creatures, right? They aren't ones that hang out by themselves. They hang out at least in pairs of two, but usually in a school. They're very social. The Knight of Wands and the Five of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Pentacles. So there is some communication here. Something is about to transpire in the 3D world. I don't know why I'm feeling a little bit of apprehension, anxiety, call it what you want. I do have anxiety, so I call it that, but you might call it something different. It might be excitement for some of you, because the Knight of Wands is here, and so is the Two of Wands, and for me that's 3. It's like it's an anticipation feeling in my gut. It's like the ships are coming in. It's anticipation. It's like you feel it. You have a knowing of it, but you don't see it. She's looking out the window, looking for the adventure, right? Seeing what's coming at her, and I don't think she sees it. I think she feels it. This would be the vibration of love. I think that she feels it. I say she because there's a girl on the card, but I understand we're talking feminine and masculine energies and not reading meat suits or body parts, right? I feel as though somebody is coming out of solitude, and there is going to have to be a choice between two. That's what it feels like, collective. You could be dealing with Gemini, could be dealing with Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, 2s. I feel like there's going to be a decision about a relationship, who you want to partner with. Who do you want to swim with? Just keep swimming. Who do you want to swim with for the rest of this time in the 10 of Cups? That's what it feels like. It's doubt, though. How is any of this going to go down, Elsie? It's the 5 of Pentacles. It's crickets. I don't hear anybody. Nobody's talking to me. Nobody's reaching out. I don't even know what you're talking about. Well, if that's you, it could maybe be that it's not your reading. But that being said, That being said, I feel like somebody feels like they've been locked out of paradise, or they're worried that, I've been on the outside looking in so long. It feels like you're on the outside looking in on everybody else that has the Ten of Cups. I also think for some of you that you feel really skeptical about the Ten of Cups, that it's, the Ten of Cups is like a vibration you don't feel until you get there. So it's almost as if you have to have faith that it is there, because just because you're not there, it doesn't mean it isn't there. It doesn't mean it's not real just because you're not experiencing it. But it almost feels like I do want happiness, I do want the Ten of Cups, but I'm really cynical that maybe I'm just delusional and it's not coming. I want to say that you're going to have a choice. You are choosing someone based on, it's really important to you that you find someone who's very grounded, dependable, someone who moves slowly and deliberately in the world. The 10 Pentacles is the long-term relationship. Someone who's willing to go on the voyage, right? Someone who's willing to stick it out for a long while. But I also feel that your person has to be a little bit risky, because it feels to me like your energy is a little bit risky because of the Two of Wands. It's like, I don't really care where we're going. Let's just go on the adventure. It's a little bit of throwing caution to the wind. And I think that you require that. You require someone who is going to help you build your pentacle world, but someone who's also going to want to climb a mountain with you, or jump out of a plane. Or maybe it's not that. Maybe it's just someone who makes you feel completely desired, someone who you'll be tucked into bed with at 1 a.m. and they can't sleep and they're like, do you want to go for a coffee? That kind of, it feels like somebody who makes decisions on the drop of a dime, like a surprising thing, but it's in a very balanced and deliberate and dependable way. I feel this is the beginning of the voyage. The beginning of the voyage to the long-term relationship. There is going to be happiness here. You are going to have to make a decision, and you may have to make a decision between two. And if it is, you may be making a decision between someone who's an earth sign and someone who's a fire sign. And so this is feminine energy, this is masculine energy. The fire and the swords are masculine energy. So it feels like you are going to have to make a decision between two people, and maybe one of those people is very much a father or a mother, or is about the home space and the pentacles and saving for a rainy day, wanting to be solid and in it to the end. And the other person, I feel, is someone who maybe doesn't give much stability but gives a lot of fire, and they make you feel desired. And that this person is the person that might call you at midnight and say, I'm coming to get you, we're going to go to the next town and rent a hotel room. Do you know what I mean? Like, it feels like if it's two, it's like two very different personalities. One will continue to come in and out if you allow it, and the other one will give you stability. Let's take a look here. I feel like there is somebody who's coming out of solitude. If it's not you, it is somebody who is very deeply connected to you, someone you see as a soulmate, or someone you feel that way. I think this is the person that you want to have this new beginning with. But I also feel as though you don't really want to give up your pentacle life. You don't want to give up stability in order to have passion. Tell me what's unfinished here. The unfinished symphony. So there is something unfinished here, because it looks like somebody has some regret. 5 of Cups appears. It says, I am in regret that we didn't finish this. We didn't finish what we started. And it may have been because the time wasn't right. It just wasn't right. Oh gosh, I'm starting to lose my my moon card here. Almost cut in half. So it feels as though there is sadness here about how things did not work out in the past. And the moon energy tells me that there is something that is hiding. The 7 of Swords is here as well. Just listening. It's like somebody here has regret that they can't change the past. And for reals, you cannot change the past. So therefore, there's really no regret to be had here. I feel like you have something to say. The unfinished symphony, the moon card and the seven of swords is giving me the energy of I've been hiding something and I want to divulge it, but I don't know. I think I need to keep it undercover. Somebody here is trying to figure out whether they want to just leave this unfinished symphony unfinished, or whether they want to carry on. The moon card and the seven of swords says, I've got something that I want to be honest about. It might be that you do feel badly about the way things went back there, and you have regret that things are unfinished. We have the Chariot. We have the Queen of Cups. Quick feelings, victorious love. What is this? So the seven of swords is here with the four of cups, and when I see this particular depiction, it tells me that somebody ignored some sort of an opportunity or an emotional offer that was being made to them. They just ignored it, maybe didn't answer. They were very focused on the three cups, celebration, having fun, life is good, or party, party, party. You know, maybe it was that stage of the game. I think what's going to be divulged is that somebody is going to tell you that they always wanted that cup. The Queen of Cups is here. They've always had a depth of love for you. They've always had some sort of emotion. The Seven of Swords and the Four of Cups tells me that they've been thinking about this moment when you offered them your feelings and they shut themselves off. They stuffed it into the moon energy and now they feel regretful about it. But I feel like if this is your person, or maybe it's you, I feel like somebody here is used to acting that way. If they have a feeling that this thing is not going to work out, they cut out in the middle and they run. Unfinished symphony. It's like you didn't tell us that the music was ending. You just cut out. It feels like somebody now wants to say something about that or talk about it, because I feel like somebody took this energy and just kind of stuffed it down threw achievements on it, stuffed it down, threw food on it, alcohol on it. Do you know what I mean? I feel like someone's trying to forget about it, trying to forget about this deep love here. We've got the card of Cancer and also the card of victory. It feels like on the down low, somebody has been thinking about the victory, thinking of moving toward somebody who they see as beautiful, loving, kind, motherly, fertile with ideas or children. This is it feels like a very respectful love, but it also feels, because of the Cancer energy, that it's been concealed, which is kind of confirmed by the Four of Cups for me and the Seven of Swords. We've got Libra. Oh, by the way, we've got Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, and I did say Cancer already. Pisces and Cancer, it's a lot of energy, you see? It's a lot of water. It's a lot of energy flow. It feels like there's, somebody is using their gut or their intuition. They're in their energy rather than seeing it with their eyes. It's like they're feeling it with their energy. And maybe it might feel like it's coming, but it's not arriving. So I'm not really sure. I'm just sitting here waiting, right? Waiting for this new beginning here. You are going to get justice. Somebody is about to come out of the shadows and ask you to go on an adventure with them. I feel like somebody wants you to make a decision that's best for everyone involved. And I feel like you're going to make a decision that is head over heart. I don't think that you're going to go at it emotionally, although this is a situation that really does make you feel overly emotional. because you're cynical that you could actually achieve the 10 cups. Yeah, you know what I think? It feels like with the King of Swords here, it's like this person's somebody here's putting their foot down and saying, if I don't get the long-term relationship and you're not ready to endure the voyage, and you can't give me passion along the way, then I'm sorry, this is not for me. And this might not even be for you. It feels like it's an overwhelming choice that you must make, but it needs to be head over heart. You need to be logical about it. You need to know if you want a long-term relationship, you could be getting into a relationship that's not going to work out. So I really do feel that it's an overwhelming emotional thought pattern about what's going on here. It feels like it's just going round and round and round. I want to go on the voyage. I want the long-term relationship, but it feels overwhelming. I don't know if I'm making the right pick. This is telling me that you feel like if you don't jump on this boat, that another one's not coming by, that you feel like you'll never get another chance at this kind of happiness. Look, I'm just going to say that this energy right here is throwing at me family, like happiness and posterity and groups of people and being very social and being in the sun, living in a warm place, whether you get winter or not. Do you know what I mean? It feels beautiful and flowing. And it almost feels like you have a little bit of apprehension about that because you've been in the situation where you thought you knew what the 10 of Cups was, and then it ended up walking away. So I think you're supposed to make a decision, the one that's best for everyone involved here, and it is probably about love. Tell me about the Lovers. You're going to make the right decision. You have been thinking about this for a very long time, and I think that you have been thinking about it long enough that the Sun and the Knight of Pentacles is here. We've been moving at this slow, very slow. We've been moving at it very, very slow, but the Sun is here. And the reason we've been moving at it very slow is because I want to go over the details. I want to make sure all the numbers match. I want to cross all the T's, dot all the I's, and I want to do it all with clarity of mind and clarity of soul. Temperance is here. So somebody here is making a really big decision because it feels as though you have a choice between two, and you whatever choice you make, I feel is the right choice, but I want to say it's going to dramatically change how your future looks is all. This one might be all pentacle based, and this one might be all love and maybe not a whole lot of pentacles because the 5 of Pentacles is here. It might be a choice like that. It might be someone who's very wealthy, or someone who does well for themselves but has incredible love. Maybe this person who's wealthy is more interested in working 24/7. So you'd be making some sacrifices for each one. You'll see those sacrifices. I don't know what they are for you. Tell me what the challenge is here. What's the biggest challenge? The biggest challenge is the 5 of Swords. It's getting through it and compromising. It's feeling overwhelmed, but making logical choices, responding and not reacting. The 5 of Swords is on its side, and that tells me that it could go either way. We could either get to a place where we cannot agree to disagree, and we're just like bumping heads, and there's no way that we're going to make a decision, or it could go, you know, like I feel sort of badgered by you. Why do you keep telling me that I need to believe the way you believe? Do you see what I mean? So I feel that you need to go in with an aptitude of intelligence and logic and moving at things slow and getting the facts. Otherwise, it's just going to be an overwhelming, it can get, you know, here, if you, sometimes we say things out of emotion, that we snap out of emotion and say things that maybe we don't mean to say a certain way, but someone who's hurt that's around us might make it feel for them a certain way. It might feel some type of way for them, right? Tell me about this happiness here. You're going to get reciprocity after the Tower. You have all the aces in hand, my friend. There's something that is transpiring here. It's the 10 of Pentacles. It's the Ace of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. There's something very happy and loving that's coming in the future here. Look at that. We go from being up in our head to confessing our love and trying to figure it out. Is it going to work? Can we grow? Is this a comfortable rut? Do we just keep going back to each other because it's a comfortable rut? Or do I really have feelings for you? Because I'm kind of like in this area of Eight of Swords and the Page of Cups. Like maybe I go with a new person. Maybe it's not the old person. Maybe I don't want to go to the rep. Maybe I want something new. But nonetheless, see, I just don't feel like you can make a bad decision, collective. I just really think the decision you make will just make it for a different trajectory. I feel like you get love regardless. But I feel like, that for some of the love, you could feel disconnected from Pentacles. And from the Pentacles, maybe you don't get the 10 of Cups. Maybe you get the 7 or the 8. Yeah. Got to make the decision that's best for you. You're going to have to stop working so hard. Going to stop. If you, whatever decision you make here is going to lead you to some sort of balance. It's going to lead you to some sort of stability that you didn't see coming, that was being concealed from you here. I think you always hoped that it would work out this way, but I don't know that you weren't too cynical to know that it would. There's going to have to be a big talk about money, yeah. Because I am getting sort of an instance over here that it's more love than it is finances. And I mean, I'm not saying that you're going to have to live in poverty. I'm just saying that if it's like you're choosing love or money. You're choosing, being rich with love or being rich with money, but the money might not come with a whole lot of 10 of Cups, and the 10 of Cups may not come with the money. I'm just saying you're going to have to make a decision. It is the voyage, after all. It's your voyage. 10 of Pentacles, there it is. So I feel like you are interested in a long-term relationship, whether you are the Empress or this is your Empress. I feel like that's what you're looking for. You're looking for all the beans in the jar at the fair, right? You're like, I know how many beans are in there. That's my jar. Yes. Yep. So it's the voyage. It's up to you. You're going to be making a decision, a head over heart decision. And I don't think you can make a wrong decision, but I do feel like, whatever you decide is whatever you decide. It is, it looks like both paths are great, but you just need to figure out which one is yours. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to go. Thanks so much for watching. Love you guys, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.